Today, I want to talk with you, or do rather, a series of a few videos about something that is very, very important to me personally and close to my heart. It's something that I credit for literally changing my life. It was not overnight, it takes a lot of work, but I think it saved me and saved my family in many ways. Let me go back to a little bit of history. Back into 2020, when the world was going through the pandemic and everyone was so unsure of what was going to happen and what was going to come of the situation, there was a lot of fear, there was a lot of uncertainty, people were not working. Well, I'm not any exception. I was a single mom raising four children, three of which were, well, no, two were in college and one was in high school, and on a very limited income. And the income was also not consistent either. And usually I have a lot of anxiety and fear, just basically. For some reason, God is merciful. I felt a sense of peace. I felt like I was going to be okay and my children are going to be okay. Even though I have children with pre existing medical conditions, and one of which is a serious condition, one of my kids. Anyway, during that time, I decided to take advantage of this calmness and sit down and read books because I hadn't had the opportunity to read in many years as I was working and struggling to raise my children. But I've always, since my childhood, loved to read books. Somehow I stumbled upon Gabrielle Bernstein's book, started reading it, and from there I started to read other books, one after the next, as I was saying. And from there, I began to read other books, which, if you're interested, I have them on my website. And I shared a few actually with my children, two of which got into them and started reading. The goal of those books was the power of positivity. And it's kind of like a domino effect. When you start to read something, you're scratching the surface, and like the deeper that you scratch, the more that you find. I went from there into learning about the importance of perception, learning about my religion, finding out that many things that I thought I knew about Islam were actually not very accurate. So I started following a gentleman that is Muslim that I absolutely love, and I quoted him many times to family and friends, who talks about the importance of energy. And I came to realize that energy and perception is actually very much rooted or connected to the power of faith, the faith that we have in God, the trust that we have in God. So I, during all this time, this was over a year of going through this self discovery, I came to a conclusion and I coined a word, a term that I discussed actually with a friend in Saudi Arabia who is very well known and has, very big businesses. And he was so impressed with the word that he actually started using it to train his clients. And the word is called pi. And I wanted to do a series of videos for you breaking down what the word pi means. Stay tuned. Take care.